find Harry. Any answer?
Graham, beat it, go away.
That's no way to talk to the president.
Out, out! But the third day topped everything. She posed as a private detective.
Sam Spade. I'm Sally Shovel. We're in the same racket, pal. I want to help you, buddy. So why not confess, Mac?
You're a private eye?
Also, ear, nose, and throat. Confess, Doc. You murdered Benson.
Go away.
That's when Spade came to see me again, looking much older.
We hit on a brilliant scheme. We decided I should confess to the murder, and then George could pretend to take me down to City Hall to surrender, and Gracie'd forget the whole thing.
But when I went to pick up Spade, Gracie called the police.
That's where I come into the picture. When I got to the house, she said,
Officer, there's a desperate criminal on his way over here to confess to a murder. As soon as he confesses, you can grab him. That must be him.
You wait in the next room. He may be armed.
He is. There's one hanging from each of his shoulders.
Hello. Where is everybody?
Never mind. What's your name?
Gil Goodwin.
What did you do with the body?
I took her home.
What did you do then?
I dumped her.
She was dead, eh?
Yep, that's when I took her home.
You've done a terrible thing, young man.
I'll send her some flowers tomorrow.
You're a real lady killer.
Well, sure.
Tell me everything you did tonight.
Well, I will not. Who are you? Her father?
No.
In that case, I'll tell you. A fellow and I double dated. The four of us went out to dinner. I ordered 4 cups of Maxwell House coffee. I told the waiter to bring the others some too. I wanted them to taste the rich, mellow goodness of Maxwell House. It's America's favorite coffee.
What happened then?
Well, then the girl and I got into a fight.
Aha, about what?
She caught me drinking her Maxwell House coffee.
But you already had 4 cups.
When you taste that good to the last drop flavor, you just can't stop. Maxwell House is roasted to the peak of flavor perfection.
Bill Goodwin. Officer, this is the wrong man. Sam Spade is the one you want.
Sam Spade is in trouble? Gee, I was going to hire him to find someone for me.
Who?
Girl about 5 feet 2, red hair, green eyes, terrific figure, drives a Cadillac convertible.
When did you last see her?
Who's seen her? I want Spade to find me a girl that looks like that. Well, so long.
Well, there won't be any mistake this time. Officer, here comes my husband up the walk with the real murderer.
Anyone can tell that guy's a criminal. Look at that low forehead.
That's my husband.
Oh, well, this time I want to hear the confession before I make the arrest. I'll just duck into this closet.
Poor Mr. Spade. I hate to think of him sitting in the electric chair. With those long legs, he'll be so uncomfortable.
Well, here he is, Gracie, ready to confess.
Yes, I can hide the truth no longer. I killed Benson.
Why did you do it, Mr. Spade?
That man murdered my mother, ruined my father, tortured my sister, and robbed my brother.
So it was nothing personal.
No, I just didn't like him.
How did it happen?
Well, Benson was standing in the bar, and I just walked up to him and let him have 2 slugs, and he fell to the floor.
Couldn't hold his liquor, huh?
2 slugs from a pistol. Now keep quiet and let the man confess.
Yes, dear.
I never gave him a chance. I shot him in cold blood, and as he lay on the floor, I pulled the trigger again and again. When the gun was empty, I stood over his body and laughed like the fiend that I am. I should be locked up for 20 years. Make it 30.
Make that 40.
Who are you?
I'm Reagan from Homicide.
I called him over to hear your confession.
Okay, come on, Spade.
Wait a minute, officer. Let me explain. Mr. Spade and I cooked this whole thing up together.
An accomplice. I'll take you along too.
I've never done anything wrong in my life.
Of course not. He's the man who married me.
All right, so I did one thing wrong.
Come on, you two.
Well, Lieutenant, that's the whole story.
My apologies. You're free to go.
Thanks. Come on, Sam, let's get out of here.
You said it.
By the way, Mr. Burns, your wife's waiting outside.
Gracie? So long, George. I'm staying in jail.
So long.
Oh, hello, darling.
Hello, Gracie. Let's go home.
I can't, sweetheart. I've got something important to do.
You got that big hat and the veil on again. Where are you going?
Well, while you were in jail, I heard Ellery Queen on the radio, and he arrested the wrong man.
Oh, no, not again.
Join us next Thursday, where we'll be back with the Maxwell House Coffee Time, starring George Burns and Gracie Allen.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
Based on true crime stories, The Police Reporter was a 15-minute dramatic series of headline-grabbing crimes, so horrible that you didn't want to hear about them, but you just couldn't help yourself because of its sensationalism and melodrama. If not the first, it could be one of the earliest true crime shows on the air. The one we now present is from 1935. Dwight Smart is the announcer and the police reporter. Lois Daris is the young and seemingly innocent Marie Boyer. Edith Richman is the old and unbelievably mean mother, Madame Boyer. Chuck Knox is Leon Vitali, the charming young man. Lynne Nash is Michelle, her servile shop assistant. And as a very stern officer of the police, Pat Sullivan.
The Police Reporter brings you another true murder mystery, this time from France. The year 1874. On a lovely July day in the year 1874, Marie Boyer came home from a convent to stay with her widowed mother. At the start of their story, she has been home for about half an hour.
You know, Mother, most of my life has been spent in the convent, living in the outside world, which seems so strange to me.
You'll soon get used to it. Besides, I think you've wasted enough of your time cooped up in an institution.
But what will I do all day?
Well, there'll soon be plenty for both of us to do. I'm going to buy 2 little shops, side by side. A millinery store for you, and a little dairy shop for me.
We are going to keep store, to be merchants.
We must work if we expect to live.
But, Mother, we know nothing about shopkeeping.
I have a young man who is going to help us. A young businessman.
Oh, you have already hired someone?
Yes, my arrangement with this young man will be slightly different from employer and employee. I am going to marry him.
No, Mother.
And why not?
Well, it's just a little unexpected, that is all.
Well, you better get used to the idea, because in a very short time, you will have a stepfather. So, if you've got anything to say, say it now.
I will probably know better what to say after I have met him.
Well, he'll be here shortly.
You said a young man, Mother. How young?
26.
Do you think it wise to marry a man so much younger than yourself?
Ah, what does it matter? We love each other.